Hey, everybody. I can never tell if I'm live yet on my hair. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Good. Let me see. Let me do this. All right. How's the feed? Everything good? I see we got a lot of people on already. Good, good. Randy, Valerie, Kathy. Let's see. Heather, Connie, Sam, Danielle, Heather, Crystal. Good, good, good. Everyone's saying good. Empress. Very nice. Kristen, just scrolling up. Don't want to miss anyone. Good. Nancy's on. All right. Very good. Yeah. It's Friday Night Live, and I'm here with you all. I just like looking at the comments here. See, I can't do chat and listen to Josh at the same time. Really? That sucks. Why not? Oh, you can't pay attention. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to talk. So, yeah, we're going to go, and then we'll have moments to. You can. Did I get some rest? Not yet. I mean, I have and I haven't. Yeah, it's slow. Oh, you're slow. Oh, I get it. Okay, I can't chew gum and walk either, so don't worry about it. It's fine. Um, yeah, I'll get to that. I think I'm gonna touch on some stuff and see where it takes us. I always say I'm gonna be less than an hour. I'd like to be a little bit less tonight, but I always get talking with you guys, and it's all good. Oh, I'm grateful that I was able to get that. Kat, how you doing? Heather, yeah, I'm great. I'm grateful. Grateful for all the responses. I'm grateful for everything. So, all right. So let's see here. First thing on my little list. All right. So I just did the group session. As you know, I posted it. I'm probably going to do a shorter edited version for YouTube. There were so many responses. I'm not going to be able to put all of them in there. If I choose any one in particular, um, don't some people got not offended, I guess, but they were like, well, why didn't you put mine in there? I just think some might be sound better or whatever. So please just know that, and of course I always take names out and stuff, so I might do that. I don't know. It was a really active session in the fact that there were a lot of responses. I actually wasn't going to talk about that just yet, though. But anyway, excuse me. The So I just did the group session and that, and then I've got a few other. I've got like one other reading to do, and then I'm gonna just take a break. I'm gonna take a break for the first, I don't know, like half, if not more. Hold on, the cats are annoying the crap out of me. Come on, go. Yeah, I know. Go. All right. The little one keeps attacking the bigger one always. Okay. Always the kitties. That's right. She's already saying an hour and 10. You're funny, man. You got me to laugh. You got me to smile there. That was good. Um, so yeah, I need to take a break, a little bit of a break from the private sessions, the box sessions for a couple weeks or a few weeks. So if you're looking to book one, I know Connie's already booked one, another one. I know that Sandra said she wanted to do so, and some others, and if so, that's fine. Just you can prepay. I leave that money in there in PayPal. It doesn't come to me until the day I actually do the session. I know that sounds weird or whatever. That's how I do it. I don't take the money until the day of. But you doing that kind of puts you into the queue. So I don't care when, if anyone wants to do that, they can do that. And yeah, it's been really an amazing month. August was crazy. I've never done anything like what I've done with the amount of sessions I've done, and so I am feeling it. I'm feeling it in my throat. I'm feeling it in the stomach area. It's it's kind of, I stretched myself to the max. I wanted to see, I guess, what I could do and if I could sustain that, and it is not sustainable. 5 sessions a month on a box session, as far as for private sessions, is all I'll be able to do. Anyway, so, and then of course the group session will be at the end of the month, just like it was last time, or this time. So yeah, now what else? Okay, so I got this cool story. No, I'm not going to kill myself there with it. It's just, I wanted to get, I mean, it means so much to you guys, and I love it. I love helping. I love being able to be that bridge. But it's a group effort. It comes from the guides. It comes from Jesus Christ, my higher power. It comes from the angels. It's a group effort, and they're all a part of it. And this week has been a really weird week, starting from last Thursday. So, and I'll go into that. I'll explain that a little bit more, which I've already shared. I share it all with you guys, and I think that's the best way to do it, is just to dump what I'm going through spiritually, this journey. It is extraordinary. It is not the ordinary. And so I want, to share as much of that with you. Steve's is like that too. It's just like from one day to the next, you don't know what the heck you're going to get. That's the way. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here spiritually. It's wild. And I don't think I'd have it any other way. So listen to this cool story. I wasn't going to share this story with any of you until I was able to confirm what I needed to confirm. Now it's confirmed, so now I can share it. I did talk to you guys about it briefly, saying, hey, something really cool happened, but I don't want to talk about it, because if it doesn't happen, I hate that. I hate when I can't, or when something's cool's happening, and I think it's going to be something cool, and then it doesn't happen that way. So, thank you, Kat, for that you want to hear what's in my life. Okay, so doing the group session last month. You guys can go back. I think I left it in there. It's going to be probably in the uncut version on here. It was the green one when I did it at night, or I think with the night vision. I'm doing the session. I think something with I don't know. I did the name Primo came through. Primo. It's like Primo. And then this woman said, Primo. At the time, I was like, well, there's no one that has a nickname or a name Primo. That was the month that Valerie is, I'm saying that name so bad. I'm gonna call her Val. That was the where her dad Agostino came through. So I thought maybe it was another Italian accompanying Agostino. So that was an Italian name. But so listen to this. This is how amazing Spirit is. They work in every which way, and yes, I think so, Sam. Your Nana did come through after that, because it was right before someone, yeah. So I'm in the car with Nikki. We're driving to go pick up Ava. I almost didn't leave. I was like, I want to stay and do some more editing, and then I'm like, no, let's go. And I like popped up, and we went to go do something. We had like a burger or something, and then went to get her from my mom's. And while we're driving, I'm listening to CNN. I have the satellite in the car, whatever, the XM. So I'm listening to CNN, and Chris Cuomo has on, or he's talking about the Trump tapes with Michael Cohen. We're not ever going to talk politics here. It's just all garbage and it's all sucks. But anyway, so they were talking about the Trump tapes or whatever, and that they couldn't hear them, what he was saying, if he was going to pay this off or not pay this off, and all this other crap. And Chris Cuomo says, well, we brought in a forensic audio expert. His name is Ed Primo. Primo, come on in. Primo, bring him, And, Chris Cuomo talks. And so that is, hold on. Someone's saying something here. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So this is what happened. I guess I don't want to read the comments yet because I get distracted. So the I hear him, and so they bring this guy on, and he's been listening and cleaning up the Trump tapes for the last few days, and now they're bringing him in to have him comment. Okay, I gotta, I gotta just cover you guys because you're hitting me with some comments. It's pulling my vision. Sorry. Okay. Um, I'm telling you, I can't chew gum and walk. So if you say one thing over there, I'm like, woo, gone, done. So that's why I have a hard time in session. I'm surprised I can even do sessions. I'm. So, okay. They bring him in. He's talking about he's been listening. He's got to have fresh ears when he listens to these surveillance tapes, the mob. They have all these different tapes. They bring him in for to listen to these tapes and try to clean them up and try to weigh in on what they're saying. His 35 years experience. And Chris Cuomo starts calling him Primo. He's like, Primo, so tell us what you got, Primo. And I was like, what? That's so weird. I went home that night and I Googled him and I found his office in Michigan. And so the next morning I called his office and I got his secretary. And I said, yeah, I said, I'm involved. I'm involved in investigations. I said, and I have some audio tapes or audio recordings I would like to meet with Ed about. And she said, oh, he's on his lunch break. Hold on, let me put you through. He's got time. Gets right on. And I said, Ed, I liked you on CNN last night. Good job with those recordings. It sounds like you really cleaned them up. I said, I know this is a little unorthodox, but I'm involved in investigations, but afterlife investigations. And he's like, oh, I'm listening. I said, me and my colleague of sorts, which is Steve Huff, and I said we record, communicate on a very deep level with the afterlife, with spirits and entities, and we're recording. He said, oh, wow. He goes, is it are they discernible? I said, some are, yeah, a lot of them are. I said, I do what you do. I use fresh ears. I use different devices and different speakers and things to listen. I said, I try to do what I can to clean it up. He goes, wow, this is very interesting. He's like, of course I've heard recordings and things, but he goes, I'm intrigued. And so he said, send me something. And so if you might hear my cat snoring. So I went inside here, I pulled out the recorder and I played, or I asked Michael if he would, yeah, you're snoring, man. I asked Michael if he had anything to say about it. And he said something that I couldn't make out fully. And then I asked him again and he said, Ed Primo. He just said his name. So I put that together with a clip and I sent that to Ed. I told Steve about it. He was extremely excited. And then a week went by and nothing. And then I checked with his office and then there was nothing, or she said that he was busy doing stuff. And I said, this guy's going to probably blow me off though. I mean, I don't know. But I said, patience, whatever, just let it go. Because if not, this is the route I'm going to go. I'm going to go find the best audio expert that I could find or that I could pay for. Because I told him, I said, I'm not looking for a handout. I have money in hand, not much, but this is what this Patreon is for, to be able to help me live. But that if I could find these things that happen, or these things that opportunities, I can use the money for it. So I, nothing, like 4 weeks. And then a couple of days ago, I decided to, say to him or just give him a call. And I did. And she's like, the audio technician, she's like, oh, I was just getting ready to give you a call. I've been listening to this stuff and Ed's going to, take the case on and help you out. And, we'll just do a 1 hour analysis and you just send whatever. And we're going to take a stab at trying to clean up anything we can. We hear it and we think so far that it's human, it's human voices. It's very intriguing. We can't fully weigh in on it. But we would need not a recording of a recording as we always see, is how I have to really review it because it filters out a noise that I get in real time it makes it harder for me to hear. So I said, she's like, we're going to need the recording. And I said, well, that's hard. You can't get any of the recordings off of these things. They don't have any USB. There's no SD card. and even the little headphone jack, it's a smaller 2.5 millimeter. It still won't. It still won't output. Come on, export. Thank you. The audio. So there's no way to get the audio off of this. I don't know what they're going to do, but I have to call them now and let them know. They said that if not, I'd have to send this to them, ship it to them safely, which they get recorders all the time and with very sensitive material. So, I could send it in a Pelican case. And now that I have a second one, I don't know if I told you, I purchased a second one, but this is a big deal. So I'm not glazing over that. This is a big deal because this is someone with 35 years who's pretty well-known experience with listening to human voice, human speech, trying to clean it up with his software, which is really just like an Isotope program or some Adobe, extensive Adobe program. I just haven't learned to do it. I with my goal with them, Steve's very excited. We both are. We just both paid the hour rate for them for the first time, and we're now just, I'm pretty much going to be shipping him probably my second one that I just got, I think, because this one's kind of like the original, and I'll go into that. But anyway, so this is a big deal. This is a big deal. It may be a nothing, a big goose egg, or it may be something. I said these are the three objectives for this. This is what I want to do. One, I would like them to weigh in officially on whether it is human speech, human voice. Okay. Two, I would like for them to try to clean it up and make it discernible even more. 10, 15, 20% would be mind-blowing. It could blow the doors off this. It could actually validate this in ways it hasn't been done before. And then the third is that because we're not like some kind of competitive thing with them or anything, that they would teach us or be able to show us how the best way possibly to proceed to clean it up would be. So, okay, now I'm going to remove this for a second. So now I can see a couple of comments if that's the case. What is she saying? For 100%, I know to keep tracking forward all the questions. Okay, I'm the same way. Many of you are okay. I have no idea what we're talking about. Wow, I can't wait to hear what they come up with. Yes, that is right. Okay, yeah, it is, because this is a big deal. Wow, that sounds fantastic. Yep, it is. It really is. It is groundbreaking. It hasn't been done. Good. We all stopped talking. Good. I'm very glad. Just because I had to put this thing over there. This was my little blocker, so I can't, like keep throwing things at me. I can't. That's funny. I think of all the messages from Michael we miss or don't understand, this will be so cool. Yeah, exactly. I told Steve, I said, think of all the messages we've thrown out, because I can't put them up there because I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I recorded something before here, and I can get part of it. I guess the important part, the gist of it, but I can't make it out word for word. And he says more than just that. So, we've paid the invoice. I'm about to call them and tell them I'm going to be shipping this, I guess, or shipping one of these, the other one. What's interesting about it is that they both, they don't operate the same way. They both operate, but they both operate differently. This one operates with, let's see, one little notch, that's the sensitivity level. That goes up to like 4. That has to be on 1 on this one, and the volume has to be matched up with the blue dots, and it's not far. The other one has to have 1, 2, 3. Now, what does that mean? That means that each one has its own different, and it also means that some people get these and don't get any EVPs. That's because each one is different, and that means you have to like kind of know, just by listening to what I'm talking about, you can probably just go, okay, wow, each one operates different. Even Steve was saying he was thinking of selling a second one because it wasn't getting the same stuff. And then I told him that, and now he's playing with it some more. Yeah, you can. I think you can get. You can get two spirits or the same spirit commenting. If I had two of them together, I'm not doing that tonight. The other one's like somewhere in the car, I think, or something. So that's exciting. I wanted to tell you about the Primo thing. The Primo thing's pretty crazy. That was pretty cool. So that's the story about Primo, and then the second recorder. So now I've got two, and that second recorder came from Kelly Sumption, who is an amazing person I got to meet at the Bel Air House. She is the niece of Frank Sumption, who is, of course, the creator of the Ghost Box, the first Ghost Box. So it's pretty cool. So she's really nice, and she made it possible that I paid her in two installments, which was, again, just amazing. So I'm using the Patreon money to buy a second recorder. So that's where the money's going this month, pretty much. Let's talk about the group session for a few minutes. All right, hold on. One of these recorders Steve bought that's not a DR60 and is going to review is one I own from the early 2000s, dying to find out how mine measured up. Okay. Yeah, I now have, recorders wise, I have two DR60s, two Panasonic DR60s, one Panasonic QR100, one Sony STE 110 and 125. So that's two separate ones. And the 125 is, I've gotten EVP on it before. And then that's it. Those are the only ones I know to be the ones. It could have been the setting on the recorder, not yelling, Danielle. That's right. It is. I'm telling you right now, if I lower the volume too much and they can't push the timer, you're going to see that little cursor like blinking, which is the light, it blinks because that means they're talking. But the number will not be flashing or won't be moving. You know what that means? They're saying word on top of word on top of word, and it's just getting imprinted on whatever however this works. So it's like, this like freaking high pitched screech when, I guess for horror movies, and I've made one, it was definitely a nice effect. If you're trying to be a scary person maybe and be like, but that's not a lot of that. I've done that, and then I'll fix it, and they're like, there's no yelling at all. So what's great about it is that I told Steve, I said, there's this spot on here that if I can get it, okay, if I make the volume too loud, it just keeps the timer moving, and they can't leave their imprint. They can't control the sound a little bit. If I lower the volume too much, the microphone or whatever this doesn't pick up, or the sensor doesn't pick up somehow. It doesn't put out enough hissing sound, I guess, for them to use. And the timer will just sit there. And that's when you get some of that yelling, when that stutters, when it doesn't keep rolling for them. But there's a way where it just keeps rolling and they can keep hitting it. They can keep talking, and it's like a nice, smooth sentence. What did Randy say? I think spirit energy level may affect it too. Sure. Oh, it does. It does. I definitely think so. I think so. Has anyone thought about dismantling one? And yeah, if it was broken, because no one wants to dismantle a $1,500 device that people are acting crazy about. So now I've got my two for this work. This is for helping people. This is I may make part of a living on it on some level, but this is for the best cause I could ever think to spend another $1,500. I just sold my 69 Blue Caddy, and I ended up using a part of that, just to get the down payment in, or just to get money to her. What's weird? What do we got going on? Saw your other movie, Not for Human Consumption, everyone. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's beautifully done. Oh, thank you, Connie. Yeah, that won Best Film too. That was in Colorado. That was at the Indie Spirit Awards. Thank you. That's like my life story, or it's not my life story. It's part of my life. It's my story though. It's pre this though. It's the raw version. I don't know. You guys can handle that. What is it? Find a broken one to maybe look inside of. That's what I thought. So I guess if one ever breaks, then I guess that's what I'll be doing. But no one yet wants to really tear these things apart yet, you know? Okay, so I want to talk about the group session. Group session. This was crazy. 27 validations where I tagged it for you guys to see that this is what I believe was a valid confirmation, whether I thought it was the spirit saying it or one of another person referencing the loved one. Some of them were just direct responses. It's pretty cool. It was a really interesting. It's freezing up. Uh-oh. Is everyone else's feed? Is anyone else's feed bad? Good? Hate to do a feed check, but I just I hate talking when no one's getting me. I'm good. Okay, good. A little bit of that. All right. Oh, Susan's here. Hey, cool. Christina, very nice. There's some people I didn't know that were here. Yay. Sorry. So 27 responses. It was pretty cool. You know what's weird? Steve and I were talking, and Steve now, I guess he's going to try to do it the way that I always do it, the way that, you know, I read off the names. He's always done it the way he just lets them come to him, which I think is cool. And I always thought that was kind of easier, and it made it very interesting too, because when they came, it was like he didn't ask for them, you know? So I thought that was cool. But I noticed, though, early on for me, that by reading the names, I felt like I was always soliciting and getting more of an involvement in that roll call style. I always did those on the Facebook Lives. That's why I always did that. So it was good. And I thought that, you know, but when we were talking about it, it was like kind of like we were saying that no matter what way and how many people, I've done ones where there was 200 names I had on a list, 210. I don't have that many here. I only have like 88 or whatever it is. That we both had only gotten around 25 to 30 responses. Like that's like the most that can come through, I think, within the hour that we normally do them. He does about an hour and change. I do about an hour and change during those sessions. I think it's Crystal. What's the 88? Yeah, I think there's 88 patrons. Yeah. So anyway, I think there might be, well, no matter, I don't think there's more than 25 that can come through, or 27 or 30 or whatever. I think that it's within that ballpark. I think that's the kind of the allotment. And I'm going to keep changing up the list order too, you know? I mean, I think that's fair because I got responses from people's loved ones this time that I didn't get, of course, from the last time, you know? So I think that was nice. If you look at it as a whole now over the group sessions, I'd love to know out of every patron how many have gotten a response or in that range. How many have gotten responses? Let's see. Hold on. Did someone say something? It'd be interesting to see if or what of an impact Steve will get. I'm curious. Yeah, it will be very cool to see. I think Michael responded to my name. He said, ask for her. Yep. Or I mean, that could be. I have to go back and listen. I remember tagging that. Maybe only ask for one loved one per patron. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a great time to say this, guys. I get really confused. It's really hard. I try to keep track. The minute you guys send me like a message or a comment saying, hey, take this one off and put this one on, I immediately pull up your little like file, and there's like a little notes section next to it, and that's where I have it. I can take that off and update it and whatever. So I try to do it right away. But if I don't get any one from you, there are still quite a few of the $10 tier patrons that haven't sent me a loved one, and I asked for a loved one for them. But I don't have, I'd love for everyone that, is in that tier to please send me your loved one and make sure I have one updated. And if there's two on there, I'm going to erase one of them so that I only have one, so that when I make the list, I'm not confused. And yeah, and it's supposed to be one. It's really only supposed to be one. And it's kind of hard to do questions too, to ask them like all these questions. because I'm just really trying to get them to come through and just kind of give you like an acknowledgement. That's really what the group session is. I think the private sessions are where you can kind of get into a little bit more. And then I go half of the group session where I'm just letting them come through on their own, whoever wants to. Doing more psychic work during those sessions does solicit more of a response. It is sometimes hard. I need to update. Let's see. Did I miss something? Or everyone's good okay. I thought there was like the feed was messed up. So yeah, I do give them an option, and I do, and sometimes when I'm more psychic in the sessions, it's really cool, but it's very taxing sometimes. So, but I'm trying to do a mix of it. What was the deal with Bob's sister? I don't know. She came through that one time, guys. Remember the Sharon Stone comment thing? That Bob's sister's with him today or something. That was a random recording. And then to hear that, I don't know if that's really saying Bob's sister. It sounds like Bob's sister. I mean, I like your opinions, guys. I mean, if you think I've mistagged something, you can definitely say it. Say, I don't hear that. Maybe. I mean, it's all I'm giving you are the best suggestions I can give you. Like I'm trying to just scrub them and listen to them as best as I can. But I don't know. Should I choose just one of my parents? I think it would be, I mean, you can ask for both of them to come through because I'm going to tag anything that I hear. It doesn't have to. I'm not going to, it's not like I'm going to hear one parent, like I'm going to hear Michael, and I'm not going to tag Michael's name, or Sharon, your mom and dad. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, the one comes in, the other one goes out. That's it. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give up either. I think it takes some time. I mean, I don't, yeah. Um, there was a lot of responses. Yeah. The Tupac thing really meant a lot to me. I'm going to just say that because hearing him come through on his own, I didn't ask for him. The fact he came through and said, like, nice roll call, it sounded like him saying that. That was pretty amazing. And I don't know, that like really touched me, because like I did a lot of work with him. And that was like that really, So I might have to do something else or try to get a hold of him on his own again. He may come through that way. He may not. I think he comes through when he wants to. He picks his times. It did sound like him. It was definitely, it did. It just sounded like his voice. It was crazy. It was, and it was other spirits saying it too, that, that he was there. So I don't know. It was pretty nice. It was pretty cool. Michael's messages were pretty interesting too. I don't know. The hard part about expanding or evolving is the ascension. And he also, I left a blank spot, a blank line, whatever. I keep saying blank spot, like a blank for one of the spots where, it said something about his coming or waiting for, I don't know, something about coming. And I got to go back and look at it. But I almost heard the word rapture in there, which is really weird. It probably is going to be completely different when I go back and listen. But yeah, I don't know. I heard that rapture. It was kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michael spoke some really interesting, and Alex. Oh, you're there. I didn't know you were there, Alex. Hey, hope you're feeling better and okay. There was something else with Michael's message. Yeah, the Bob sister. I don't know what they were saying about Bob. Like it was sounding like almost like he was, uh, aging, or I don't know. Like he was, oh, not dying. Darn. It's going to change probably. I don't know. Steve says he's been having messages change on him all week. It's been really strange. It's like he feels like they're changing more now or something. And it may be, we've both been kind of dealing with since last week, getting some, negative stuff, and you guys know where you thought, or I've explained where I thought where that was coming from. And I'm not going to really get into names and all that. I don't want to do that. One, because I have love for all, and at some point that person that I'm talking about may need help again or whatever. And when my guides feel it's okay, if that's the case, um, I would help again. That's what I would do. I don't regret that. Um, I just, I have to draw boundaries to the way I feel. Um, but it started, last week. Last Thursday was when I played. You know, I didn't play you guys. I talked to Steve about it a little bit, and it was that night. I really don't want to get into it. It's just been a taxing kind of week because of that, and I've kind of stayed off of my recorder because I've been really just trying to stay into more of like a reflection on where I'm at with everything here, what's going on, the work I'm doing with you guys, what I can do, what I can't do, if I'm extending myself sometimes too much. Um, what might happen with some of this validation with this expert. That's exciting. So there's a lot of cool and exciting good stuff, and then there was a little bit of who am I ignoring? Let's see. I didn't see who am I missing. I'm just trying to get out what I'm getting, because I'll be back on with you guys for like forever. What's going on? Let's see. Did I miss something? Uh, who asked me something? Hold on. Is that Grace? Grace is saying I'm ignoring her. Did she ask something? Hold on. Where did she ask something? Oh, I've had other validations, but honestly, this last group session, hearing from my mom was just so amazing. That really helped me to hear. Yeah, that, because you're right, because it was like a very interesting. It was like a solid response, and that's. I mean, when I hear the hears and the yeses, it's great, because it's something. But when you get an actual response that really, kind of says I'm all right, or, that's awesome. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything else. God, I was just about to ask. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's lately, before it's been, or this past week has been kind of like, because I actually have someone's private session that I'm editing, and I think I picked up a little something in there that, I don't know, it's a little weird. I have to still listen to it again, but it's kind of threw me off a little bit, and that's good. It just keeps me on my toes, and it's part of it. I have to accept it, and it's working within this. It's and there's going to be things that come that don't always feel great, and he was experiencing this stuff too on some level. He was getting some messages that were pretty similar and nasty. So I don't know if someone was going back and forth trying to, get either of our attentions. It was the same. If it was not, group question. I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me the questions. Let's go. Because there's something else. I was going to mention Steve's video too, but this is questions and comments time. So questions and comments. We're at the 40-minute mark. I don't know if I have an actual full meditation or anything tonight. I'm going to do a quick recording and see if I get anything good from Michael. He said he was never going to leave my side today when I recorded. From what I recorded, I believe he said he was never going to leave my side. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And it was nice to hear, because I haven't been talking much on the recorder this week. I did do a cemetery session, and I am editing that now, and that's kind of interesting. So I didn't, but I'm good with that. I didn't get a message this past group session, but I'm good with that. Happy for all it did. Thank you, Kristen. We are going to keep working on it, Kristen. I feel confident we'll get something. At some point it will. I feel like, I don't know. Did you suggest to Steve to do the roll call type session? Yeah, I was on the phone with him the other day. Yep. I mean, I was telling him that's what I did. I didn't say to do it. So, I mean, if he wants to take that suggestion, it's a great idea. I've taken a bunch of his. So, I mean, we're sharing it. It's what we do. He sees something I do work, he'll do it. I see something he works, I'll do it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't, it's great. It's fantastic. Should we put Q's in caps, people? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah. Questions in capital letters, maybe, I guess. You got it. So. Okay, let's see. This is Danielle's comment. I was able to copy and paste. I meditated on my aunt to come through. My dad's name is Bob, too, and his health is failing. And I keep saying I need to get out there. Okay. Gotcha. So that's okay. I don't think that they were talking about that, Bob. I don't think they were. I think they were talking about. It could be though. It could be. Let me go back and listen to that because it may have something to do with it. It may be not my Bob. Makes sense. Oh, sorry. All right. Let me see. Reincarnation. Do you have to? No, I don't think you have to. No. I think as you're moving up, there's different levels of heaven. I think as you're moving up, you're shedding more of your ego, more of that human kind of side. And then eventually I think you can choose. You co-create with God. And there's aspects you can choose and some things you can't. That's what I believe. I'm late, but I made it. Okay, here we go. Am I missing anything else? Someone's asking. Hold on. If you catch my comment about my dad being Bob, said, let me know. Yep, yep, Danielle, you got it. Sound of okay. I have missed the past 2 weeks because I am very ill right now. I would very much like to ask, please, for the group to say a prayer for me. Yes, please. Alex has been someone that has been going through some stuff, and I really would wish Sound of Snow that we all pray for her. We'll say a prayer tonight. When you connect with someone who may not be in heaven, is it possible other bad spirits can get out and bother you and or Steve? Yeah, it's funny, Connie, because I'm wondering. I was like, what brought this crap on? I mean, the X thing was weird or whatever, but I don't know. If you're referring to possibly your session, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, but I feel like I did hear Michael say take a break or something from the private sessions or something. Like he mentioned something about that. I think he was just saying that 223 message was pretty. If you haven't seen the 223 message post that I posted, that's pretty accurate. I think it was pretty accurate. Oh, better night. Okay, sending healing prayers, Empress. Yes, Susan, we are. Okay, that's what I wanted to know if you felt that. Yeah, well, I'll have to look at that again, Daniel, because that's a very good. You're right. Hold on, I think I just scrolled down too much. Hold on, shoot. I don't know about ego, but I sure would like to shed some weight. That's cute, Lizzie. You're so sweet. I think a prayer for healing is universally called for tonight. I could certainly appreciate some. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we will do that. We'll close with a prayer. No kidding, Lizzie. Seems like the doors are pretty guarded. Yeah, the monster gates. Close the monster gates. Do you guys hear all that the same as I do, or are you hearing a bunch of different stuff, or what? I'm not offended if you do, because I'm not. It's all a suggestion. I'm just curious. The monster gates. It was crazy. Josh, do you remember that group session where my mom's name was said after you asked for her? And a male voice said Primo and Grace. Yes. What do you think? I don't know. The Primo I don't think was about your... I don't think it was that. I think Primo was what I was referring to. But, that's what led me to Primo. So, because if I didn't hear that in the session, I wouldn't have really heard that in the CNN thing. It wouldn't have caught my attention. You see, there's like things that are going on behind the scenes that we just can't even imagine. And not that Primo didn't have anything to do with whatever, but I don't know. That's what got me to find Primo, which I haven't met a guy named Primo in a while. I mean, from up north. Communal healing. Okay, hold on. Shoot. Let's see. 223 was cool. Yep. Question, is anyone familiar with Discord? I am not. Heal my back. Yes. I'm having back pain too. I heard most as you did. Okay, good. I've had a spirit come through on a live chat, but was a good feeling. Happy spirit. Yeah. Okay. So noise in the spiritual world right now. Yeah, there's definitely something going on in the spiritual world. My family's Sicilian. Maybe it was relatives talking in the background. Could be. Like I said, whether it was your relatives or not, the guides used that primo message to get me to contact this guy. So that was pretty cool the way that happened. That's all. I'm partially deaf, so I'm relying on all of you to let me know what they're saying. Oh, that's good. Okay. I mean, that's not good. I'm saying that, you know, that came out terrible. I'm sorry. Okay. What else? Steve's video. Steve's video was really interesting. I'm bringing that up because what he was talking about was, no, I didn't mean that. God, you got the delay. I already said it, and now it's going to come in like you guys comment, and it throws me off. Steve's video, if you haven't seen it, was really interesting. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It confirms a lot. When I sit and ground and I call in prana, earth energy, I call in light into my crown chakra, I see them. I see my guides, vaguely come up to me and put their hands on top of my head. And I'll see Jesus do that sometimes from the front. And they will just send light into me, or like be a part of that light, or Jesus is bringing the light and they're coming to be a part of the light with me. I don't know, but it's really amazing that I have felt that, seen that, and he was able to, feel that too, of course, as he does, as he's connected to this very, very much so, and be able to capture a lot of that on the box. So it was really cool. It was really awesome. And I was telling another patron that I have to, it's like my videos and Steve's videos. I have to see them like a certain way. Like I have to be in a certain, it takes me time to process them. You guys watch these videos that I do, over and over, or not over and over, but like a couple times to really get the gist of them. You watch them a few times because some of them are so powerful that's just, oh, so that's a Jesus spot. Wait, what? Hold on. Why did you say that? Hold on. No. Wait a minute. That's really weird that you said that. You just threw me off. Nancy, you're really funny. I like that. Why? Yeah. Why? Did someone else say that up there? Did someone else say something about that? Because I got a funny story to tell you. Hold on. Did Nancy? Yeah, the gray in your hair. Yeah, I know. All right, now you got me take. How much shiny spot on top of your forehead? Yeah, right there. Yeah. Oh my God, this cat. All right, it's where Jesus touched you. You're right. Holy cow! Like you just made that connection, Nancy. What the heck? Come on. All right. I'm gonna tell you this last story, and then we're gonna end it. Or we're gonna do a prayer. I'll do a one recording, and then we're gonna do a prayer. All right, I did. I know that. You are right. I inadvertently said that. I inadvertently scared that. Yeah, we scared him off. No, this is an aha moment. Listen to this. This is, you guys, I love making connections. Nancy, connection of the night from Nancy. We had a laugh about this. Great. Yeah, we did. A little spirit patch, right? Okay. And we saw, if you haven't seen in the Tentacion video follow-up, go see it. 23 minutes in the video, you can see the lights flying in and out of my head. I was getting a haircut today, and it was weird. And I was talking to the girl cutting my hair, and she was asking me what I do, and I was telling her all kinds of stuff, and I didn't want to really talk, but you get me talking, I can't shut up. Hour and 10 minutes, I'm watching Randy. I'm not gonna let that prediction come true. So I'm sitting there, and I said to her, I said, hey, you cut hair. I said, what she doesn't, first of all, knows nothing about me yet. I told her I owned a hookah bar. That I did say, but we had no kind of other talk yet. I said, because she was asking about how she was going to do it. I said, oh, I hate that I have to comb it over to this. I'm getting a little comb over now or something. Because I'm not balding there. There's no lack of hair. It's just all gray right there. And so I said, hey, what, in your opinion, I said, what causes that? Or you ever, I said, she goes, that's weird. She goes, I always ask people when I see it, when I'm cutting their hair and I see something. And do you know the only thing she said? She says, the only thing I could say is that it comes from a near-death experience. And I was like, what? Like it just was like, I don't know. It made me like stop for a minute and go, because I just showed my father. Now my father is like real. He's real, like, he's a logical guy, very pragmatic. But it's like, yeah, so woe is right. Heather gets it. Woe is right, because that was freaking crazy. Crystal, see, Crystal's LMAOing because she tells me, oh, it's because of this genetics, and maybe it is, but don't take my steam, Crystal, with this beautiful little blessing. Nancy Dooley just go ahead and she identified that was Jesus touching. He's got the hot hands. Got the hot hands, Jesus. So that's what she said. That's what she said. That's what the girl that cut my hair today said. And then I told her I'm into the paranormal, and then I showed her the lights flying out of that little patch, and she's like, "Oh my god!" I know she did. Buzzkilled. She totally buzzkilled me. I told her that too. I said, way to take the steam out of it. It is. It's like a big thumb. It's like a thumb. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I wasn't going to tell you that story tonight because I was like, you know what? Maybe it is because of the melatonin or whatever, the melatonin, what is it? The melanin, melanin. I don't know. I'm done. It's 52 minutes. It's growing too. It is growing. I'm going to be like Steve Martin's white hair. I'll shave my head then at that point. Screw that. That's insane. 10 more minutes. Shut up, Randy. No, Randy. Not happening. I know. It is. It's cool. What is it? Melanin? Nice if at the end of every live session, when you ask a question of the year 60, you should make it routine, if possible, to ask Michael if he has anything he wants to say to us listening. You're right. Sometimes I just don't, I'm not able to really decipher it. It's kind of pisses me off, All right. Well, here we go. Melania? Hair color, Josh. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. I got to get off this thing. I love you guys so much here. Let's do this. All right. Let's see. Michael, we're having fun. We're going to say a prayer. We're going to say a prayer. We're going to say a prayer for all of us because we all need it. And yeah, I know melatonin's for sleep. We're going to say a prayer. And we thank you, for helping. We thank Jesus for being so loving and so caring. And, for allowing us to learn and do this work together. All of us. We're all part of this thing. This is directed to Michael, my guide. Please, only for Michael. Only for Michael, please. Michael, is there anything that you would like to say, open message for the patrons tonight? No, it's not recording yet. I mean, it's not picking up. Let's see. I'm gonna find the sweet spot. So let's see. I gotta find that one sweet spot for him. It's gotta work. I see. Michael, is there an open message that you might have for the patrons tonight? So, we'll see.
Michael, is there a open message that you might have for the patrons tonight?
I think it says love them. I don't know. Let's see. Let me try one last thing. All right. Michael, is there anything else before we say group prayer? I feel like, hold on. I'm going to give him just a shot. If he doesn't want to say, or if it's just, it's no big deal. But let me just see. Michael, is there anything else before we say a group prayer? See, now that was the sweet spot. Or did you hear talking, Crystal? Interesting. This is the sweet spot. This is when the timer does not stop once. If the timer stops, there's a good chance you're going to get that yelling sound. If the timer never stops, but yet the thing is blinking, that's the sweet spot. That's the freaking, and that changes. If my AC's on, it's below the little like the line. It's a little bit more that way. If the AC's off, then it can go up that way. All right. Thanks. They're carrots.
Michael, is there anything else before we say a group prayer? Michael, is there anything else before we say a group prayer?
I think I heard Michael at the end say his name there. I don't understand what's being said. I don't. It's just I'm really waiting for the day. It's going to be really nice if there's a way that we can somehow just get these a little bit clearer. Like, oh, it's like we're almost there. I feel like I have no idea what was said, who came through, or what. I trust it's Michael. I'm trusting it's Michael. I've been wrong before. It's all a learning experience. I'm going to put this away. I will record those two on my phone and put them into and see if I can make them out. It's just been weird the last few times. It's been hard for me to get these ones after. It's like some days I'm in and I can get it really great, and some days I can't. I'm watching the time, Randy. I'm watching the time. All right, here we go. We're going to say a prayer. I just want to invite our guides. I want to invite our angels. I want to take a deep breath just so I can take a deep breath. Just relax. I want you all to do the same if you can, and we're just bow our heads, and we'll envision that circle again with all of us in it. We're all holding hands, and I'm going to ask that our higher power bless us, all of us. We can ask for a blessing for ourselves. It's okay. A blessing of health, a blessing of ease and serenity, grace. We ask for anyone suffering right now, inside and outside of this group, that that they receive some kind of relief in whatever way that it's meant for. We trust in our higher power, whoever that may be to us, and in the search of that truth, and in the search of the journey back home, and that's what we're on, the journey back home. And we ask for all of us and our friends and family, anyone that's going through anything right now, to please be given that relief in whatever way, that light, that healing light, that light for whether that means to go to the next level if it's a deceased loved one, to shed more of that self, that we pray for them to find that way to our loving Father, Heavenly Father. We ask that anyone that's in this life that's struggling to find that light now within this life, not to be, have to wait till death for that to happen. And we ask for that our guides can continue to reveal themselves to us so that we can work with them and understand more about it, about this, so that the fear of death can fall from us, that we are able to understand it more, and help others understand it. Yeah. And we thank you. We thank you in advance for all of this. We thank you because we believe already that this is done. We ask for it, we set the intention, and we turn it over to you, and we trust in you. I'm going to recite this prayer, and if you want, I'll say it where you can recite after me. It's a known prayer, and a lot of you will know it. Some of you may not. But it's a non-denominational prayer. So for anyone that has any issue with that, no one does. But I'm going to say now that, God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them bear witness to those I would help of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. Amen. All right. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's it. I love you all, guys. Yep. We're strong. We have the light. All of that you saw that happens to Steve is what happens to me, and what happens to you when you ask for it. We're no different. And enjoy the night. Enjoy the rest of the night. Enjoy the holiday weekend. You will see a cemetery session coming soon. And now I'm going to go swim in the pool for a night swim, hit my vape, drink the rest of my coffee, see how Nikki's doing. Not in that order. And that's it. All right. Love you all.